Welcome to our warehouse. Here's where the process begins.
Here, we receive all of our raw materials and components. We inspect every shipment, and then we enter every shipment into our computer system. Our system will then issue a unique lot number and item number that now becomes fully traceable to the manufacturer. In case of any recall, we can now trace exactly where every component and raw material was used and be able to recall any finished products that may have hit the market. Once the materials are received and documented, we then move them to our sampling room. This is our sampling room, a room that was specifically built for the sampling of nutraceutical products. All of our components, from labels to raw materials, are sampled per an item-specific sampling protocol. Once the samples are taken of either ingredients, components, or finished goods, we then send them to our quality control lab for further testing. We are now in our quality control lab, where we analyze all of our materials, whether they are in a raw form, such as an oil from Norway, or a finished good that we produce here. In our lab, our chemists and lab techs analyze the materials using different methods and equipment, whether it's HPLC or GC analysis, to ensure that all of the finished goods that are being shipped to our customers are of the highest quality standards, are fresh, and always meet label claims. In our microbiology lab, our microbiologists are performing an additional test for all of our material and finished goods. Here we test for pathogens such as E. coli, salmonella, or yeast and mold. This is an important step, as the presence of any of these pathogens may result in illness. Our microbiologist incubates products using the latest of technology and reads the results. Once and only if the test results meet the strictest of requirements, will the materials be released to production or finished goods released for shipping. The first step in the manufacturing process is dispensing. What we do here is that every time Nordic Naturals sends us an order, let's say it's for 3 million Ultimate Omega capsules, we need to weigh out exact quantities of material that will be used to produce 3 million capsules. And we do that via what we call a batch record. Every step of the process will have a batch record. They use the batch record to weigh out the exact amount of ingredients needed to produce an order. Once the dispensing process is completed, all of the materials are placed on pallets that we call kits. Once the raw material has been weighed and kitted, it will come into this room. We call this medicine compounding. We have a 400-liter mixer as well as various sized tanks. Once the oil is mixed, it will be charged into the 400-liter mixer under nitrogen flushing. Once it's mixed, it will then be discharged into sealed, airtight, nitrogen-flushed containers. These containers are then stored for further processing. Here we are in our gelatin mixing room. Once the medicine is made, or the oil, we also now need to make the gelatin that will comprise the shell of the soft gel capsule. In this room, we will actually load up our gelatin into a 750-liter mixing tank. In that mixing tank, we will cook the gelatin, flavor the gelatin, and color the gelatin as needed. Once the gelatin is made, it gets dropped down into what we call gel receivers. Our quality control staff will take samples to ensure that the viscosity, flavor, and color is correct. Once that is done, it is then brought into our soft gel room for further encapsulation. This is our soft gel encapsulation room. We use Kamada soft gel equipment, which is considered the best in the world. Here we hang our gel tanks and fill material tanks and load the material onto the line. The line will produce 2 very thin gel ribbons, which they then wrap around a rotary die mold. The oil is then injected in between the 2 sheets, creating a soft gel capsule. The pump accuracy is within plus or minus 2 milligrams, giving us the best accuracy possible. Once the capsules come off the line, they are transported to our drying baskets. The capsules are drying for 1 hour per basket for a total of up to 10 hours. Once this drying stage is complete, we spread the capsules by hand onto trays. Once a stack of trays is formed, they are placed into a temperature and humidity controlled curing tunnel to continue the drying process until they reach the specified moisture content and desired hardness.
Once our drying process is complete and all the soft gels have come through our curing rooms, we begin the first stage of inspection. And here we do what's called sizing. This piece of equipment is called a sizer. What it's doing, it measures the thickness of each single capsule that goes through to make sure that it meets the requirement and the specification for that particular capsule. In this room, we have our nitrogen generator. This is unique to us and very unique to our industry. We are one of the only companies in the United States that generates and manufactures its own nitrogen. This piece of equipment will filter out the oxygen and concentrate the nitrogen to a level of 99.9% purity, which surpasses all pharmaceutical standards in the United States. This nitrogen is then used at every step of manufacturing, from dispensing to encapsulation.
Once the capsules have passed all inspections and quality checks, they are released for finished good packaging. Here is our packaging line. This line performs many processes, from loading the bottles right side up to counting and filling the bottles using optical counters. Optical counters make sure that every bottle has an accurate count. Once filled, the bottles are capped and then passed through a heat induction sealer. We then apply a label, a neckband, and seal the neckband. Our techs then inspect every bottle and package them into shippers. We are now ready to ship them to Watsonville. Here we have our liquid bottle filling line. Our filling line is considered one of the best in the industry and used in various pharmaceutical applications. Our weight pack line uses a unique filling technology called net weight filling. Each bottle is placed on a weight scale and is tiered. Then, as the bottle is being filled, the machine is performing 20,000 weight calculations per second to ensure a fill accuracy of 0.01% of the target net fill weight. As in all of our other sensitive processes, the entire process is performed in a nitrogen environment. We flush the bottle with nitrogen before filling, we flush nitrogen meanwhile we fill, and again after filling and before capping. This unique process is the only way that we can make sure that our customer receives the freshest, best tasting omega-3 oil.
And here we are, last but not least, the newest addition to our manufacturing family. We have built a state-of-the-art, ultra-modern confectionery processing plant, or gummy manufacturing. This is the kitchen area for the gummy plant. What's unique about this kitchen and what's unique about our processes is that all of this equipment was designed specifically for the nutraceutical industry. We worked with the best engineering crew in Germany at Bosch to develop a high-intensive process specifically meant for Nutra ingredients. In other words, it means that every process was specifically designed, taken in mind that our end product is going to have inactive ingredients. But the most important step would be this final addition mixer here. Here what we're doing, and what none of our competitors are doing in the United States, is that we have the ability to mix all active ingredients, multivitamin blends, omega-3 blends, at the final mixing stages of the gelatin matrix. Our competitors are adding these ingredients at the beginning stages, which it exposes all of the active ingredients to plus 200 degrees Celsius for over 2 to 3 hours. We're able to add these active ingredients at a much lower temperature and only for 5-minute exposure to temperature before it's injected into the mogul line. This is our brand new mogul line, or starch molding machine, specifically made for injecting confectionery jelly into starch molds. We spent a lot of money and resources in building the best confectionery plant in the USA. We built a 10,000 square foot plant specifically for our gummies. We are proud to be part of the Nordic Naturals team. For me and my team, I thank you. And I thank you for all the hard work and all the hard effort that you guys do. Just know this, everybody here, especially myself, we love what we do. I love what we do. I'm proud to go to the stores and see the bottles of all the product that we make. And I'm hoping that by you guys seeing this video, you understand everything that we do to make it happen. We're with you, and we're gonna be with you guys all the way. Why? Because we are proud to make the freshest, best tasting omega-3 supplements on the market. Thank you.